going on? We're back here in the garage today. We got the GTO up on the ramps. What we're going to be doing to it today, I got a line lock kit from SLP Performance, and we're going to be installing that. So the SLP Performance kit, they only make for the 2004 GTO, and these are the parts it comes with. It comes with the line lock solenoid, comes with the brake line. Keep in mind this is to route it for an 04. Comes with a couple of fittings and the wiring. It also comes with, I already got part of my dash out over here. Trying to figure out where I want to put the switch. Also comes with a switch. So it's pretty simple. We're going to install the solenoid here. It'll look better when we're done. And this brake line has to run to the top of this. So we're going to 90 off of this, brake line over, bend, female to female. Going to connect it over here. This one's going to come out, bend, up, bend, and go in. And there's really no way to use this brake line on this car unless you bend it. And I mean bend it up. And you would also have to bend the stock line. And it just looks real tacky. I just got like a 30-inch line. So we're going to cut this line, put our correct fittings on there, flare it, have it the exact length we need so there's no extra bending and all that. And then we'll put it back on. So I just wanted to show you what it ended up looking like. We got our solenoid there and the wires run back, and you can run that to switch anywhere inside. And with our 30-inch line, simple bend, and went into the distribution block. Then we took our factory line, adapted it, built a wire, built a brake line that goes around out of the same 30-inch, added a 90-degree, and back into the solenoid. And there they are, Cooks, long tube headers. Coated it jet hot. I had to buy the catless mids. They're in the box behind me. I bought those new. So save some money buying these used. These are some really expensive headers. I was able to pick them up for $450 from Hawk's 3rd Gen Performance. They get salvage cars in. Sometimes they have performance parts, and they'll sell them at a nice discounted rate. So I believe I paid $350 for the coating. So $800 into a set of $1,100 headers, and they're coated. Normally they wouldn't come coated. They are 304 stainless, so you don't really have to coat them, but I went ahead and did that. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take the top end. We're going to take these covers off. I got this little light on my head so we can see a little better. Take these covers off. We're going to take off the spark plugs and wires. 6 bolts hold the manifolds on. So we'll probably undo 4 of those bolts on this side and make it a lot easier. We're going to go ahead and take this intake out of the way. 4 screws up here, and just a couple bolts underneath. Relatively simple. This side's a little tighter, but the header goes in easier on this side. This side, we have the power steering rack, and we'll actually have to drop the rack to get the header on this side. So I did get some nice new lights up in the garage. 8 LED 4-foot long bulbs, so that's pretty nice, but we can't see too well under the car with those. So both the manifolds and the converter pipe downpipes off. It's looking like bringing the headers in. On this side, we're definitely going to have a problem with this. We're going to have to take this out and drop the rack. Might have to disconnect the power steering lines, which means we'll have to bleed the power steering later. But I also believe we're gonna have to take this. I don't know if that's a heat shield. It doesn't really look like a heat shield, but maybe a little support piece out. And on this side, I think we'll definitely have to take that support piece out. There it is. Now the spark plugs are super easy to get to, so we'll pull the spark plugs next. And then we'll mark up the steering rack. And I'll probably do the driver's side first because it's the hardest side. We removed these two lines for the power steering. There's two bolts. One was down here. I dropped the whole rack. There was one 13mm bolt in the lock tab that held it here. Everything's unhooked. The steering rack is dropped. We've been working on it now maybe 2 hours. On the this is the passenger side header here, and then you'll notice on the driver's side header there's a big opening, and that's for the steering rack to go through. On the passenger side header, you see that they're a lot tighter together. So, Diesel, what are you doing? Say hi. He's sniffing everything. I went from the bottom, and this driver's side header went in so easy. I mean, so easy. People complain about this, but I guess maybe it's just I got lucky because I did my research. I dropped the rack and everything. I'm really about 2.5 hours into this job. These studs make installing this by yourself so much easier because you're not fighting with the back of the header and everything. You just kind of get the header up close to where you need it and then slide it on the studs and boom. This is normally a bolt would go in, so now I have a stud and a nut, polished nut and washer, the stud as well as polished. One thing to remember if you do these, that this end here is installed on the outside. The other end is just cut off, it's just threads. And you can see here, installed. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Also, I think I'm gonna fire this thing up open headers. What's up, guys? Get the top end completely put back together. Spark plugs, wires, intake. Got the dipstick back in. Coil covers, all that. We don't have a whole lot left, really. I got the skid plate down there. I just got to go back on. You don't have to take that off. I took it off so I could get a jack under it easier and lift the whole front as one unit. The mid pipes still have to go in, and the oxygen sensors. That's basically it. But we're at the point now. I'm going to start it up open headers. I'm probably going to sound like total trash on the GoPro microphone here, but we'll give it a shot. Kind of your view from under the car. Everything done. Time to start it up. See what it sounds like. I would say 4 hours if you had everything you needed. I had to run to the store a few times. Time for the moment of truth, I reckon. Hey guys, so that's all I got for today's video. It's actually some kind of older footage, and we're going to be posting some more videos throughout the week. And the reason it's been some older footage is because of the winter, and we just really haven't been able to get the car out and do any driving. And I want to get some driving shots of the car for some of my future videos. But it's LS Fest or bust. We're about 5 weeks away from LS Fest, and I have quite a bit of stuff left to do yet. So hopefully we can get the car done. I got to get the bike done, so we're bringing a bike with us. And I got to get my trailer all ready to go and all that. So thanks for tuning in, and like, share, subscribe, and stay posted for the rest of this week for more videos that we got coming up. We got unboxing some performance parts we get coming in from TSP. I got my own HP tuners, and we're going to be doing a cam install, nitrous install, and some other things. So stay tuned.